at 6.
I am hopeful about legislative action in the United States because the American public needs to see change.
This Saturday will be a difficult one. It will mark the 12th anniversary of the Sandy Hook school shooting. Thanks for joining us tonight on Eyewitness News at 6. I'm Erin Connolly.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Zinni. While the families say some progress has been made, they say more still needs to happen. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, has a reaction right now from Sandy Hook families and those still pushing for Congress to do some more tonight. Susan?
Mark and Aaron, sadly enough, there have been thousands of mass shootings since Sandy Hook, and while a movement has been created for change, many feel a lot more is needed to make our communities safer. It was one of the worst tragedies. 26 children and educators killed at Sandy Hook Elementary, but the violence continues.
We are united in our determination to move forward on measures that, quite honestly, nobody should be against.
To honor the Sandy Hook victims and all those killed by gun violence, Connecticut's congressional delegation plans to keep fighting for stronger gun laws.
You have stood, many of you, shoulder to shoulder with the Sandy Hook students, advocated for strong gun violence prevention laws, and we won't abandon this mission.
However, there has been progress. 2 years ago, Congress passed the first federal gun reform in decades. Another important accomplishment is the Sandy Hook Promise, which was created by Nicole Hockley and Mark Barden, whose children were killed at Sandy Hook Elementary. They help educate and empower children and adults in schools across the country to prevent violence.
Not only are our programs creating connected schools and communities, but they're also creating safer schools and communities.
Connecticut's delegation says they'll keep pushing for universal background checks, red flag laws, and a ban on ghost guns. Ghost guns have emerged as the biggest threat. They are untraceable and can be made on a kitchen table with a 3D printer. It's believed the gun used to kill United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was a ghost gun.
I am hopeful about legislative action in the United States because the American public needs to see change. They understand that we are suffering an epidemic of gun violence in this country.
But the push for that change will be a difficult one. Democrats are outnumbered. Republicans now control both the House and the Senate, and it is not clear what the position of the Trump administration will be. Your reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Susan, thank you.